in today's episode, we're talking about things that you can do to help make your parenting journey less expensive than it already is, because you know that parenting is an expensive treat. It's an expensive phase of life, but there are ways that you can do that can help you make it less expensive. First is buying secondhand things. Yes, you heard me. Secondhand things are the way. Now listen, before you say, "Oh, I don't want secondhand things," I'll tell you a story, okay? When I first gave birth to our first daughter, we bought literally everything. And then when the baby actually came, we didn't use half of the things that we bought. That included the bassinet, the changing tables. Like, we didn't use, most of the time I didn't use those things. So imagine, had I sold those, I could have made money out of it. And the person who could have bought them, they would have bought new things. Because when you have a child, to be honest, you buy all these luxurious things, but you don't necessarily need them. You see videos, people say baby essentials, and then you go crazy on buying these baby essentials, when in actual fact, all you need is your bed and clothes and food, and then period. That's all you need. You don't need a whole lot of gadgets, but you see people going out buying a whole lot of gadgets. And then before you know it, kids have outgrown these things, especially clothes. You can buy newly unused clothes. There are Facebook pages for parents, and when you go on there, you can buy you'll buy secondhand things, but that are very new and are still in good condition that you can use, which can help you cut down the cost. So instead of saying, "Oh my goodness, just give it a go and then find out." And then the other strategy about buying things for when you're preparing for baby, don't go crazy on buying everything. Let the baby arrive, and after the baby arrives, whatever you need, you buy as you go. I know we say failing to plan is planning to fail, but sometimes you should wait for the baby to come and then find out what you need according to the baby's needs and according to your needs. Then, because you might find, like, for instance, I bought baby bottles, I bought baby milk warmers with my second child, and I breastfeed. I'm not using those things, but they're new. I haven't used them. Guess what? I can go sell this as a second hand, and the person who buys it gets it as a second hand, but it's still in a new condition because I haven't used them. I have baby clothes that I haven't used, but I've already bought. So instead of you going buying things that might be a bit costly, because second hand, they are like, the prices are a bit down, you can get those things. Like, we have a baby bassinet. She's only used it for the first 2 weeks. My daughter has a crib. I'm a co-sleeping parent. She hasn't used those products. That there, she has a crib that's been here. She only used it twice. They are both sleeping in bed with me. So the products are there, but am I using them? No. So if I sell them as a second hand, the person who gets them in good condition because they haven't been used much. And also, like I said, sometimes kids outgrow things quicker. So people keep them and then they don't know what to do with them. So when you buy them on second hand, trust me, they'll still be in good condition. There'll be a few things that are not good, but most of them are mostly going to be good. And this is less cost effective because it's not going to be expensive as you would get them from the shop. Do you know what I mean? All right, just think about it for a minute. Friend, I've decided that I'm going to give 3 spots on my podcast, free mentor for a whole month. If you know a pregnant mom who's like 8 or 9 months pregnant, a mom who's just had a newborn, or a mom who has a toddler, I would like to work with them. So please share this with a mom you know that might benefit from this. I'm giving away 3 mentorship for free. I'll leave the link below, and then you guys can check it out. And the second thing is asking your friends for help. Like, for instance, when you're throwing baby birthday parties, ask your friends what they have before you plan. So when you are planning a party, for instance, instead of you going and booking things, and you book a jumping castle that's like $450 for 5 hours, right? Ask your friend. You might find out that your friend has a bouncing castle that you can borrow for free, and your kids have to have a nice birthday party, but you didn't pay for that jumping castle. It's a free because your friend has it. And then instead of you booking a someone to decorate your kid's birthday, you might find that one of your friends can decorate. So instead of hiring someone to decorate, you do it for free. It's cost effective. And then the other thing with also baking cake, you might find out that one of your friends know how to bake. So talk to your friends, talk to your people, tell them what you want to do. You'll be surprised of how many people know the things that you want to do. And then instead of getting professionals to do it, you can get them for free, which is still cost effective, and your kids gonna have a lovely birthday and they're gonna have a lovely time. Our 3-year-old had a birthday last month, and most of it I didn't pay for it because I had friends who came in to help me plan for it, and it was really nice. It was the best. We hired a bouncer. I was upset to find out that one of my friends had a bouncer. Had I asked her, I couldn't have paid for the bouncing thingy, but it was already paid for. See, you can avoid. Learn from me, learn from my mistake, and ask your people. You have a village for a reason. Lean on it, right? Okay, moving on. The other thing is, we know how babysitting is expensive, right? We know how daycares are expensive. Like here at a daycare, it's at least $150 a day. Imagine paying that for 5 days. That's a lot of money. So if you have a friend who has, say you have a toddler, and then you have a friend who has a toddler and you want to go back to work, maybe talk to your friend. If their kids don't go to a daycare, maybe talk to your friend, find out if they will be willing to look after your child. Because if they have a toddler and you have a toddler, it's a no-brainer that the kids can play together and then have a parent looking after them. So if your friend is already staying at home, it's not like you are going to force them to do something out of their way. They're already at home with their toddler. So instead of paying 150 daily for 5 days, which is a lot of money, you can ask your friend to look after your baby, and then you pick the baby after her in the morning, pick them after work. That's cost effective. And also with that, if you feel guilty that, oh, your friend is going to look after your baby, of which is your friend, she wouldn't, I don't think they would have a problem. Otherwise, why are you friends? But anyway, if and then if you feel like your friend will be doing a lot of work for you, then on weekends you can have her kid come over, like you are helping each other, or you help her with something else. There's always something. She might need something that you can help her with, or she might want to do something, and then you help her do that thing in return. You are my friend, I lean on you, you lean on me, kind of a situation. Scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? And then the other thing with dates, instead of hiring a babysitter to look after your baby when you go on a date, you can have your friend, right? Look after your baby. Plan in advance. On Thursday, we are going on a date. So we're going to leave our friend. Are you available? Can you look after my baby? On Thursday, we're going to go on a date. We'll drop her before the date and then pick her after. It's cost effective. Then you only focus on paying for the date, not paying for the babysitter and paying for a date. It's a no-brainer. So learn to talk to your people, learn to know what your friends know, because you might find that there's certain thing that you can do for free, because your village, it takes a village to raise a child, right? Your village can come in handy if you are upfront with them, you are open with them, let them know in advance, right? And then the other thing is, in your area that you live in, if you are a parent, join a parent group, either a mom group or mostly moms. I think moms are more creative than dads. I wouldn't know, I'm not a dad, but mostly moms are flexible with creating this group. Look for a mom group. You are going to be surprised by the amount of information that's there that you can use to your benefit. Like, yes, to use to your benefit. I said that. That's okay. There's so many information. For instance, you can find which is the cheapest activity you can do. You can find information which is the best school you can take your kids to. You can find information who knows what and what goes where. Like, there are so many things that you can learn from there. The membership, where can you find a better membership for your child if they say that you want to enroll them into a swimming lesson, a karate lesson, which activities are available and where the activities are free, right? Because when you go into these Facebook groups or parent groups, you get to learn about this thing. There are certain things that you can do for free, and there are certain things that you can spend but less, right? One of my mom group the other day shared a link of an advertisement where the kids, there's like someone is opening a sensory play for kids between 0 to 6 years, and it was 150, and then after that you having another child, you pay an extra $100. I'm like, that's a lot of money. And guess what, I had it this timetable where you can have the same thing for less, right? So I shared that with my mom groups, like, guys, that's way too expensive. Look at this. You can have the same thing but for less. So having those joining these parenting groups will help you get better deals, will help you know what's good way. You go on there, you talk about schools. Now I know which schools to go for and then which schools to run away from, because the parents on there, they talk, people talk, and you get a whole lot of information if you are a parent, when you are surrounded by other parents in parents groups. So go on there, join those groups, and then if there's something that you are doing that's cost effective, comment below. Otherwise, thank you for watching this episode. I'll see you guys on the next one. Share this with their mom, share this with their mom to be, help them prep for their journey so that they can cut down on unnecessary cost. Yes, unnecessary cost. All right, guys, that's all I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.